below the goal line. Left side, back to the point. Bridgman, a wrist shot, scores! And look who it is, deflecting it home. Zachary Shantz, third of the season. Zachary Shantz over the blue line, right circle, centering pass in front. Smith fires it, stop, rebound, score! First career Western Hockey League goal for Braden Smith. Grab that puck. Here's Ty Spencer off to the races. Left wing side, takes it over the blue line. Spencer drives to the net and Tidy scores! Ty Spencer! What a goal and what a finish! Pats win it in overtime, 4-3.
Well, how about that? Even with the referees on their side, the Moose Jaw Warriors couldn't find a way to get it done with all sorts of power play time in the overtime period. They blew it. They blew it.
Welcome to Pats Cast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's episode 177, September 30th. Chris here, Kevin there. How we doing tonight, Kev?
Not too bad, not too bad. Pat's got a pretty important split this weekend, which is better than going over.
Yeah, that's for sure. We hoped for the split and got it, and
we were hoping for two W's.
wow, hoping for two. Yeah. Yeah, Sunday was a little up in the air there for a bit.
Yep.
But yeah, Sunday, it was like 30 degrees out. I didn't even want to go to the game. It's too nice out.
I don't think too many people did.
But then you got into the rink and you're like, yeah, I want to be here.
Exactly.
Once you get into the rink, you're like, yeah, hockey.
Yeah.
My first home game of the year, so.
It's totally opposite today. It's like plus 12 or whatever.
Cold and rainy and windy, ugly today. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So we got the split. You didn't really see Friday's game.
No.
I didn't see much of Friday's game. I was busy.
I was busy. I was busy watching the Silver Foxes shout out the Capitals.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Foxes for a 1-0 start to start the season
opener.
And the reason I'm shouting them out is because I do the social media for them. Shout out to the Foxes.
Yeah, another side gig for Kevin, because he's got lots of time, spare time. So.
Yes. Tell it to Dante.
Yeah. So, yeah, not much to say about Friday from either of us here.
Quick start. Looked forward to saw the Shantz scoring like less than a minute into the game. I thought, that's a good start.
Yeah,
then,
right. And then
kind of. I don't know what happened. Things went off the rails a little bit.
Yeah,
Corbin Vaughn got that penalty. They killed that penalty off.
Yeah, I saw the Vaughn hit and the penalty, and I caught the 5-minute penalty kill, which was 5-on-3 for the first 2 minutes because there was a penalty before the Vaughn hit. It was LaPlante got an interference or a holding, one of the two.
Yeah, whatever it was.
And then fortunately Vaughn finished his check and it was a little high and he ended up getting 5 in the game. And then it came out today that he got 3 games.
Yeah, 3 game suspension, which is better than many people thought, I think.
Yeah, because, a repeat offender, you're just like, ooh, man, he's been suspended a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they going to do, right? Like,
the hit was bad, but it wasn't super
terrible
bad hit. I don't know. I'm not going to defend it. It was to the head. It was targeting the head. He did propel into him a little bit. So
yeah,
I totally get where the penalty come from. And the reputation is there. So it's what else can you do?
Yeah. Not much about it. It is what it is. He's just got to be a little smarter with that. Like, unfortunately,
he's going to have a target now. So anytime he hits someone hard, he might get a penalty. It's just how it is.
Definitely. Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like you said, it wasn't a malicious hit. He was just finished his check on the boards. The guy had the puck and just
he turned and kind of crouched down, like, or bent down, got a little
he
lower,
was just
and then
spinning around, right? So his head was kind of down, and
then Vaughn cranked him.
yeah,
But maybe he'll learn.
yeah,
But the pro teams, a lot of pro teams like that kind of player. And
Yeah.
pro guys are a little different than junior guys too. Like, they're bigger, stronger, faster.
yeah.
They hit just as hard, not like these guys here. Like, I don't know.
And a lot of guys now are getting away from that. Like that's not going out of the game, but that's not in everybody's game now, right? So there's more the skill guys that, don't even bother trying to hit somebody. And so if you can find guys that have skill and are willing to do that, teams really want that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Maybe that's one of the keys that both Vaughns were able to crack the training camp, the main training camp roster, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Get an extended look. So, but unfortunately, you just gotta not pick your time and place, but just make sure you're doing it right. Just
Yeah.
it's
very true.
unfortunate because you like to see it, clean hits, but when it's like that, it's fortunate that happened, and so. And I don't think I know one person mentioned me. They're like, oh, it's the first game since the last game in Moose Jaw, and I don't think there was any carryover from that at all. Like that
from the highlights I saw, it didn't seem like there was too much.
No, like there was only a few penalties in the game. Regina had a few more than Moose Jaw. That's kind of a theme of the weekend.
Yeah.
But nothing crazy.
That's nothing abnormal for the Pats to be penalized.
Yeah. It's been like that for a long time now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're just looking at the box score. Like the shots are pretty even, the faceoffs are pretty even. Like it seemed like a pretty even game. But yeah, it just couldn't finish, right? So, yeah, I don't know what else to say much about that. Obviously, we didn't see it, so, yeah. Tanner Howe, first game back.
Nice to see him back.
Yeah, goal.
Although.
Yeah, we'll get into that next game.
It was short-lived.
Yeah, right. He's the only one wearing a letter on the jersey.
That's weird to me. I totally understand where they haven't officially selected the alternate captains, but usually they have them by now, and when the captain's not around, they have guys wearing the A.
Yeah, usually you maybe see 4 guys with an A without the captain here and stuff. But
exactly, yeah.
Nobody's wearing an A yet, so interesting.
No letters. It's weird.
Yeah. And then as we were watching the replay of that hit, we commented on the placement of the C with the jersey sponsorship there.
Yeah.
It looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's high.
Yeah, it's half on the shoulder.
It's better than Windsor has on the opposite side underneath the OHL logo.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like the kind of trying to do the Red Wings thing with the letter on the opposite side.
Yeah, there's
that's
no
a Red
room
Wing thing.
really for the Pats to put the letter on that side.
Yeah.
With the big WHL logo, so. But it is what it is. There's a few teams with sponsorship ads, and some of them look terrible. At least the Pats have a nice looking logo or sponsorship, and it looks
matches. The colors match.
The colors match. Yeah, it's not like the TD logo on the Jays jersey which looks horrendous.
Sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, at least it blends in, and it's in a nice die cut patch. It's not too monstrosity of a looking thing.
Yeah, it's not too big and bulky.
We've seen some ugly ones out there, but
yes,
it is what it is. You gotta live with it.
I'm sure teams will learn. They'll figure it out. So
yeah,
get the alternate logos of sponsors and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So you lose the first one on Friday night. So then you come back on Sunday. Kind of hoping you need this game, right? You don't want to.
The new 2 p.m. start on Sunday too.
Yeah. that too, right? Like it's the middle of the day. Like I said, I didn't really want to go to the game. It's nice out. I got lots of stuff to do at home. Haven't spent a lot of weekends at home. Really, none all summer. So
yeah, missed training camp, missed season, and nothing to talk about.
I know, right? I've been gone holidays. Start back playing a little more slow pitch. A few tournaments this summer and stuff. So, yeah, it's been a busy summer for me. But you know, you get home, nice weekend. We had a couple things on, so we weren't gone this weekend. And then it's like, oh yeah, go to game at 2, right? Oh man, I could be doing something else. But like I said, once you get into the rink, it's like, oh yeah, into the rink. Hockey's here.
It's where I belong.
Yeah. Nice to watch some hockey. And wasn't the most exciting game, was it?
Not the start. The start was just kind of, even though the Pats were up 2-0, it just wasn't like it wasn't like a great game. It just was teams playing. They probably wanted to be outside too because it was summertime and it's football Sunday, lots of stuff going on. And it's 30 whatever above outside. It's
for sure. Like it seemed like that second period kind of just dragged on.
Yeah.
Like, into the third, but
it was nice the Pats got off to a 2-0 start early.
Yeah.
Like within like the first 9 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But Moose Jaw did
come back.
Get one later in the first. And Pats held a 2-1 lead into the third, and that's when stuff started going a little bit.
Yeah, the third kind of picked up. They score a goal, Owenberg, Parker's brother there, and then
or as Michael Ball called him, Burge.
Yeah. And then Braden Smith gets his first career goal. Wasn't the prettiest. Not too sure exactly who it all bounced off of, but you put it in the net. They all count. They don't ask just how many, right? So
exactly.
Then unfortunately,
congratulations to him.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they couldn't hold the lead, just like kind of PA that season opener. They gave it up late. It was on a power play. Was it on the Oremba penalty?
Yeah. No.
It's the Allman.
The Allman one.
Yeah, the high sticking double minor.
Yeah.
But they give up the goal late, but they're able to win it overtime. There's some adversity with the Oremba penalty late, and it was in overtime. I thought
it was in overtime.
Oh, the Allman one carried over into overtime, the double minor. And then so they had to kill the end of that off, and then kill a Oremba penalty. That was a pretty soft call.
Yeah, I don't know. Looked like two players collided.
Oh, they were just...
One went down pretty easy.
Yeah, they were kind of battling, although on the back check. They kind of were basically from blue line to blue line. They were just kind of battling. And the Moose Jaw player, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Parker. He just kind of... Oremba kind of gave him an extra push at that point, and then he just fell. Like they were battling the whole way, and then all of a sudden he falls, and it's a penalty.
Glove flies off.
Yeah, just yard sale.
Arm
like,
goes up.
Okay. Like, really? And then Oremba, whatever, they kill the penalty. And then I don't know if it happened at the next whistle. He got a 10-minute game misconduct. He obviously spoke his mind, I think, on that. And 3 minutes after he got out of the, or 3 seconds after he got out of the box, he has a 10-minute misconduct. So,
yeah. And
I don't think Brad was too happy with it either. Seemed like he had a few words at the end of the game for the refs. But it was kind of funny going back and watching a little bit of the highlights and clipping some of the highlights out for the show intro here. And Drew Posty kind of had some words too after the game. Oh, Moose Jaw had all the chances, but they blew it. He says. They had all the power play chances. The refs were on their side, and they blew it. He says. It's just kind of funny. So, but hey, they get out of there with a win. It's all that matters, right? Like it's nice to see that they've handled some adversity. Like, like I said, the PA game, this game, giving up the tying goal late, but being able to finish off in overtime. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, they were able to find a way. able to find the way to pull it off. And Spencer did a nice little move.
Man, that was a nice goal. We kind of talking amongst each other there, and I guess we didn't mention how going out of the game. We noticed it late second period. Kind of had to figure out who was missing from the bench, and we narrowed it down to Howe. And I don't know if that took the wind out of the sails. Like, it just seemed like a blah game. Nobody, other than Shantz, nobody seemed like they were really. I'm not saying much effort out there, but like Shantz stood out.
Yes,
he was flying all over the ice, but nobody else. You're like, oh, this guy, haven't seen him do much. This guy hasn't done much, right? Like, some guys need to step up, and Spencer did in the overtime. Like, that was a nice little move and going 5-hole on the goal.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe losing Howe. I maybe that's something I should have asked guys after post game. But obviously, he is the leader, and it's tough.
And losing your top line forward that plays a bunch.
Yeah.
Shuffles everybody around, and guys are playing where they're not supposed to, kind of thing and stuff.
Yeah, that screws up the lines, obviously. I mean, it's early in the season. I don't think there's a ton of set lines per se yet, but there's guys in.
But
and out
it
of the
shuffles
too.
Everybody
It does, right? No, it does.
Doing a certain role, then all of a sudden someone gets bumped up or someone gets bumped down to make room for stuff. So
yeah, but. Yeah, so maybe that takes, made it look a little rough on the Pat side.
Yeah, hopefully the X-rays or whatever they did with Howe come back negative or whatever, and it's not too serious.
Yeah, but
fingers crossed.
Brad was talking. You hear it in the interview here. He said, "I'm surprised he kept playing. Like, most guys would have not continued to play." And he said he heard it in the first period on the penalty kill. So I don't know. Like, you look at that, that's maybe 3 minute. Tanner Howe took the penalty on 3 minutes, so it couldn't have been that one. So maybe it was it must have been the Braden Smith penalty at the midpoint of the first period. So he continued to play. So he basically played a whole period with his injury, and Brad said like he's surprised that he continued to play, and then finally at that point, whenever he left the bench, he said he just obviously he couldn't handle it anymore and had to get checked out and stuff. So yeah, I guess we'll see Wednesday, see what the weekly report says.
If the weekly report comes out,
if it comes out, or if it's on it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. We'll see what happens. Hopefully he's not gone too long.
Yeah, hopefully not. He just got back from an injury. He got injured at the Hockey Canada showcase in the summer. So
yeah, took a puck to the teeth. So I don't know the full extent of his losses there. But yeah, and Daryl Davis was there post game as well, and he was gonna sit down with Howe to do a feature article on him, but obviously Howe was not available.
Oh yeah,
he might not even been in the building. Who knows? He might have been gone.
Might have been, yeah.
Or whatever. But so I guess maybe we'll find out what happens this week and go from there. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not gone too long. Yeah. So
shout out to Zach Shantz for having a 4-point weekend.
Yeah, 3 goals in the first 4 games of the season. Nice to see him step up. Need other guys, especially if Howe's down. You need other guys to step up, like
especially 19s. They gotta the leaders gotta lead. The older guys gotta be the leaders.
Yeah.
And shout out to John Babcock, who got a 3-assist game, a career high.
Yeah, that's that's good. He kind of has quiet game back there, but 3 assists, right? Like, he seems to be. I think he'll be wearing a letter, like you said. You don't know who's going to be wearing them yet. We discussed that last time, but he seems to be a bit of a leader. Like, you see him showing guys around, and it seems like him and Bridgman are paired up, which is, I think, a pretty good combination.
I think they'll be a pair as long as they can this year.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
So,
they seem to fit pretty good fits together.
Yeah. I know nothing flashy from either of them, but they don't need to be. Yeah. Anyways, do you want to go to the interviews now before we?
A couple more things.
On? Or what else you got?
Zach Lanzard made his Pats debut on Friday.
Yeah.
And he, where did my numbers go here? I lost them. He became the 1,271st skater in Pats history to play a regular season or playoff game. And then Connor Bear and Alexei Chichkin made their debuts on Sunday after their acquisition.
Yeah.
So they're 1,272 and 1,273.
For a total of 1,441.
1,441 total players.
Yeah. Numbers getting up there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to these interviews, and then we can talk about that trade. Kind of forgot about that. Could have led off with that, but yeah, whatever. Well, so we got Brett Haroff, and then Zach Shantz, and then Braden Smith. Quick comment with his first career goal there.
Yeah, I think we found a way to win. I thought we had a lot of chances to score. I thought their goalie played really well. I think that we faced some adversity today, and I think that as a team that we are learning to handle a lot better. A lot of times last year we wouldn't have handled that late penalty. I think our penalty kill has been pretty decent, and our goaltenders have been our best penalty killers again tonight. But yeah, I just like the way that we handled some of the adversity that we went through tonight, and we didn't fold our tents. Yeah, Ty Spence, he came up with a couple of those last year, just overtime winners or game winner goals. He's a big time player, and one thing that really stuck out to me with Ty was, we were hemmed in the D zone. We had some young guys on the ice that we couldn't change, and he was stood up there and talked to them and give them confidence. And that's one thing that we're seeing right now by our team is we're seeing players step up and pick up the leadership and pick up the coaching for us. Yeah, well, I hope it continues all year. But, Zach's always been a kid that I've challenged all year long. He's always had skill. He's always had the ability to make plays. He's an excellent passer. It just was his consistent, I'm not saying work ethic, but his consistency playing to his potential that we were just trying to find. And I think since day one at training camp, he's been our most noticeable forward. He's been our greasiest guy since day one at training camp. So to see this trending in this direction, it's not surprising because I've always felt he's had it in him. That's why I've been really hard on him the last couple of years, because he needed to train harder. He needed to be able to build that armor because, guys get tired. And when you get tired, your talent level drops off quite a bit. And Zach put his best summer in, training this summer, and he's 19 years old. So I think it's really showing that, what he's capable of. Yeah, that first penalty there, he's crashed into the boards, and he's got an upper body injury. He tried toughing it out. He played the whole first period, and then second period, just it's too much pain. So we just thought it was best just to get the doctors on him and find out what's actually wrong.
You almost have to lasso him to keep out of the game.
Yeah, when they came and told me what was actually wrong, I was like, oh, he played the whole first period with that, and most people would have been done right away. So, but that's Tanner, man. It's that diving play he made to stop a goal, that empty net goal in Moose Jaw on Friday night. That's why he's our captain. That's why he's a World Junior player. That's why he's a second-round NHL pick. Tanner's just a hockey player. People just describe him. He's just like, he understands that if you're going to play this long enough, you're going to take the bumps and the bruises, and you're going to lose some teeth here, if you want to get paid to play. He never complains. He just accepts it. He understands it's part of the business, and he's just a hockey player. Oh, it's everything, guys. He's and we got some guys, Babcock, Jackson. They're real vocal leaders, real team energy guys. But just Tanner, just the image of him, just watching him go about his business. It's such a learning tool for our younger guys just to watch, and mimic and copy what his daily plan was, and he's really good at the young guys that if they want to follow along with him and they want to come copy him, he embraces those guys, and that's and then that's his game. It's his game is his preparation. It's consistent. It's every single day is the exact same day, and even if he has a good day the day before, he's going to come with his work boots again the next day.
3 goals already this year. Is that kind of what you were looking for to get off to a hot start this season?
Yeah, for sure. That's always nice. I think wasn't looking for Points are just playing, having fun, and those will come.
Brad said he's challenged you. He said he's been tough on you. He wants more out of you. Has that inspired you?
Yeah, definitely. Just kind of like little things, like work harder, just keeping me on my toes, which I love, and super thankful for that.
Did you expect this type of we call it an offensive explosion almost, right? The way it started to the preseason, expecting that type of year?
I was hoping for it, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think just all the hard work this summer just kind of paying off, I think.
What else? Wingers, the guys working with you?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a team game. It's not just me doing all this. Yeah.
You're a veteran guy now too, though. There's more expected of you as you go along too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Just more comfortable. Just I think more confidence trying to make plays. I think now I think before it's kind of just I hope I don't make a mistake, but now it's like I want to be a difference maker out there.
Today you look like the best forward out there. Is that what you want to be every night?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what we all want to be. I think we have a lot of good forwards. We had a lot of good forwards play good.
Bring the Vaughns are back. Tanner Howe's back. What did that mean especially Tanner when he came back to this hockey team?
Yeah, I think he's the heart of our team. I think works so hard. Vaughners too have a big voice in our room. I think having those guys back definitely is nice.
When he gets hurt, does that affect the team?
Yeah, definitely. Just someone like him, seeing him go down like that, I think we wanted to win that game for him for sure.
The type of player is we marvel at him, how hard he works, right? Is that contagious? Is that the type
Oh yeah, for sure.
all learn from?
Yeah, I think that's why as a C, I think he just works so hard, and we all feed off that.
Go ahead, Chris.
What have they brought back from NHL camp to share with you guys, kind of get you guys going?
Yeah, just how dialed they are. They're always, whenever at the rink, they're always doing something, like, trying to get better.
First career goal, maybe not how you drew it up, but
Yeah.
take it, hey?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was kind of the key on that play?
I think Shancy looking backside, and we outnumbered their guys, and I had a shot on net, which I guess had a bounced in, and it was a good goal.
You jumping up on the rush, is that something that you want to bring to this team?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year I did it lots, and it comes with coach's trust, and you got to gain their trust first. But jumping in the rush is something I'd love to add.
Yeah, you're young, but Brad's giving you that kind of trust and faith in you.
Yep.
This is the second time here you've given up a goal late, but been able to finish it off in overtime. What does that say about the team?
That's our team, honestly. Like, we expect tight games, we expect those tight situations, and we just know, like, trust in our team, trust in our effort, and we'll push through.
All right, yeah. As mentioned before, the trade, bringing in a defenseman. So it sounded like they want an experienced, older defenseman, but like how experienced is Chichkin? Like
One season,
yeah. So not a ton of experience, but he is a little bit older.
he's big.
Yeah. And then Bear, we looked up, he's only got 4 games of experience in the WHL. So, I mean, he's 17. So add another young guy in. But then to make room for those two guys, they reassigned LaSalle. A little surprising because they signed him out of camp here. I thought he was not a lock, but you figured he'd get a run here. But maybe they want to see
They had so many skaters.
I know, right? And there wasn't any losses in the forward group, like you said, over the offseason, right? With no 20s moving out. Well, I guess there's one. They had to lose one, but all the 20s on the back end. But yeah, so there wasn't a ton of spots for these forwards. So you knew some guys were going to get moved, down or out of the organization. But then they signed LaSalle, so you think he's going to get a run. But then they bring in Bear. So it's like, okay, well, maybe he's going to get a little bit of run and then kind of go from there. Then they drop Mushimansky. They just really straight out release him, which is a little surprising. Obviously, I'm sure they tried to make a move with him and were unable to, and then Krestanovich on the back end getting released as well. So, a couple younger guys that you thought maybe had, potential, but team's going a different direction.
But they're 18, so
yeah.
If you don't have it yet, you lose jobs to the 17s, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it is the game, right? Like, it's unfortunate, but
very much so.
I didn't mind Mushmansky's game at all, but obviously they see something else in somebody else, right? They like other guys better, which is the way it goes, right?
For sure.
And then to give up, not much, right? Only a couple picks. I don't have it handy, but it was like a 4th and something else.
Neither one of us were ready for this.
No, neither of us were. A 3rd and a 4th. So
a 3rd and 26 and a 4th and 25 via Sask.
So one of those they picked up last year. So see how this turns out and go from there. Oh yeah, then they released Lawlicker as well. Forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And then LaSalle to the Blazers, the junior Pats.
That's how it seems.
Yeah. So, So what? Anything else you got this week there, Kevin? Could be a little
Not
shorter.
really. Yeah, it's a little short episode. Not much else to add. Didn't do a sit down interview this week because they had a post game skate.
Yeah,
and it was family day. It was nice out, and didn't feel like post game skate and have fun with the season ticket holder people and stuff.
Yeah. No, for sure. So we'll have one next week. It's only the one game next week. Just Edmonton in on Saturday night, 6:00. So we'll get one.
Still not used to that either.
Yeah, I know. I see it
6
just
o'clock
on the header here.
2 o'clocks.
So we'll have one next week, and then the weekend or the week after is a busy week. We got 3 games the week after. That's a Wednesday, and then 2 weekend games. What is it here? Wednesday, Friday, and then the Sunday again.
Yeah, because they have no 3-3s this year at all.
Yeah, that's nice as well. So it'll be a busy week that week. So we probably won't do a sit-down interview that week either. So we'll get one in this next week. I don't know who we're going to get. We'll see. Figure something out.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Maybe you'll be surprised. Maybe not.
But yeah, I guess if you got nothing else, I've got nothing else. So
no, it's really, really quiet.
Yeah, same team, got the split. Would have been nice to get 2, but oh well, it is what it is. 2-2 start the season. It's all right.
For sure.
But yeah, I guess Edmonton next week. So Saturday night, so the crowd should be a little better. We'll see you at the rink then on Saturday. Good night, folks.
Have a good one.